Picked up the new Greenworks 80 volt 10-inch cultivator, and I'm going to test it against my Honda and see how it performs. So let's unpack it. I got it from Costco, shipped to my house for $399, 4-year warranty. It comes with two 80 volt 2 amp batteries. Batteries charge in 30 minutes. You get a wheel set, you get the motor housing, the handle, 4 tines, some miscellaneous pins and washers for assembly, and 2 batteries and a charger. Takes about 30 minutes for each one to charge up. First thing you have to do is put the handle on and then start putting the tines on. Now the tines go on in a special orientation and direction. They're stamped A, B, C, D. On the left side you're going to put the C on first, then the D on second, and on the right side it's going to be a B on the and then an A. So reading right from left will go A, B, C, D. There's the stamp on them. And after you put the first 2 on, you put the washer on, put the second set on, the outer tines, and then put these hitch pins in, and you are set. To set up for an 8-inch tilling, you have to remove the hitch pins, remove the tine A, and then tine D, the 2 washers, and then replace them with a different hitch pin that they give you, which is a silver one. And we're going to go through that process right now. So remove the outer A, remove the washer, put a new hitch pin in, move the outer D washer, another hitch pin, and then you're set up for the 8-inch wide tilling. You can also adjust the height of the tilling, or just remove the wheels all together by removing that pin there as well. The battery that comes with it is a 2 amp battery as discussed, fits right into the battery garage. Fully assembled, this unit weighs 29 pounds. This is a comparison of the 2 amp and the 4 amp battery. If you have the 4 amp battery, you can use them in this tiller. They fit, they just stick out a little bit. Then you also get the traditional charger, the standing charger, fits right on there. The light indicators tell you how well you're charged or if there's a battery or charging problem. I removed the wheels for this test right here. I'm in my raised flower bed. It's the easiest soil there is to till. You can see that it's going all the way down to the bottom of the tilling range to where the tills are barely visible at all, and it's able to handle this pretty well. There's also a pretty quiet operational level of noise on this machine here, considering what it's doing and the gearing that it has. So I found that to be something that I appreciate. I'm not into really noisy pieces of equipment. So now I've moved over to an area outside my garden where I store soil. I've never broken this garden or this area up before, so this is the first time I'm trying this out here. There's no grass on it because I cover it with plastic when I have soil in that area. I'm trying it out first with the wheel assembly on to see how well I can control it and how well it will go into the soil. Didn't really like that setting too much. Found it restricted me. I think I could control it better without the wheels, so I took the wheels off, and I find that it will actually go deeper, a little bit more easier for me to handle. I can turn it in different directions quickly, pull it back, and still maintain the control I want without the wheels. I'm also trying it with one hand here just to see how much it would pull me. I was able to operate this machine with one hand. It wasn't pulling me forcefully enough to where I'd become fatigued from using it. So on my third test, I'm going to put it right on some sod and see if I can dig into this sod. It rained yesterday before this test, so I know I have wet grass, wet soil. The manual tells you that you should wait 3 or 4 days after a rain or a heavy rain before you use the tiller, but I thought all's fair and good when comparing it to another tiller if I'm doing it on the same area, same place. So that was my objective. Now on this sod, as you can see almost all the tine because they're not really digging into it. Now here, where there was just a dirt pile or where I store my dirt, it did a pretty effective job. It got, 2 or 3 inches down in the amount of time, but over in the sod area, it kind of just made a mess. I could not really distinguish this between the tiller or my dog doing that type of digging. So I found the unit to work pretty well in the flower beds or the raised garden area. What I didn't like about the unit was that it didn't have a variable speed control. And I thought that was something that you'd want to have. My Honda has an accelerator or a throttle, so I can adjust it. So let's run this one so you can hear. You can hear it. It's not going to change the RPMs if you listen closely. All the way to off. So once you start tilling, like when I was doing my raised bed area, I wanted to slow down. I wasn't able to do that. So I found that to be an option that they could improve on. A single on and till doesn't seem to give me enough flexibility in what I want to do. So now I'm going to run my Honda on the last 2 areas in which I did the Greenworks test and compare the differences. One of the things that is different as far as design goes when I compare the 2 machines is that the tines on the Honda, they're bent over almost 90 degrees, and I think that will help it dig further because once it gets to the ground, it will want to pull it further down in. And you can see by the speed of the tines they go quite quickly, and the amount of dirt that it throws is quite substantial. So there's the difference, same soils. I was able to dig a lot further down, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that or not, compared to over here. So the Honda, while it bounced around because it has a lot more power, I was able to get down into that soil and break it up, where that Greenworks wasn't able to do that. And you can see over here too as well, it provided a deeper tining or tilling of the soil. After comparing the Greenworks 80 volt to the Honda, I'd say the Greenworks has a place. If you're doing raised beds and it's already pretty loose, it works. But in general, the Honda outperforms it, so I'm going to stick with my Honda and return to Greenworks.